Nice. It's a new day, full of new opportunities and new ways to get shot in Paris during a revolution. Ooh, cutscene. And then, while we were sitting in the tavern, Falcon gave me the opportunity to escape. Is Barrison just like talking to the scenery? He created a distraction and I sneaked away. That's a new one. And went straight to the police. Then you called a meeting, and well, here I am. Looking at the scenery. Talking to myself. So, yeah, what's the whole story? Alright, so Valerdi is a police officer who's loyal to the current government and the king. I see, so Severin Cocorico died at the hands of the rebels. That's right, he did. You got it. You're brilliant. It's like I told you that. And Falcon revealed his true colors as a traitor. A traitor? No, that's not right. Inspector. Falcon's not a real rebel. He's just playing along so he can save his own life. Don't be so naive, Sparrowson. Put the puzzle pieces together. Falcon willingly leapt into the lion's den for the specific purpose of siding with the rebels. Really need to not drink coffee when I do streams, especially when it involves this much reading. I get excited. He let you escape because he could see that you weren't truly sympathetic to the rebel cause. That doesn't make any sense at all. Falcon's never shown a rebellious streak. Or a rebellious stake, which would be even better. Tell me, Sparrowson, what do you know about Falcon's past? Have you seen my arm anywhere? Betcha Falcon has it. Not a lot, he's a private person. Sparrowson, every time I look at Sparrowson's avatar, just looking at a bird with like full-on man hands is just creepy. I can't do it. I'm just glad that they hide other people's hands like this guy. Has he ever told you what he did during the July Revolution before he changed his name? He went to Woodstock and got really high. Before he hasn't told me anything really. He ate my hands. Now I can't eat because I have no hands. Sparrowson, let me tell you about the man they call Viridian Killer. Sounds like a colorful bloke. Oh, it's not actually going to tell me. It just threw me back to the map. Fine. Alright, where to go? Beautiful spot to relax, have a picnic, or plan a violent uprising. I'm sold. I like all of those things. Liz Halle's market is popular among all shoppers no matter what class or wealth. And no longer just a royal estate, the Palais Royal has become a functional bourgeoisie meeting spot. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Somebody can yell at me later if I'm just butchering all of this. So who am I controlling though? Is it Falcon or is it Sparrowson? Because that kind of that influences where I would want to go. I'm assuming it's Sparrowson. No, it's the two of us. Okay. Well, that sucks. Just look at that disgusting den of fat cat bourgeoisie and hypocritical politicians. The king is probably there as we speak. That's what kings do. Probably sitting in his high chair. What is he, like 2? Stuffing his bloated face with cake and wine? Okay, so 4. While he boasts about being perfect citizen king. Did you come here to moan about the king? No, I've come to assess the potential battleground. On the day of the rebellion, I might order Piero to set up a barricade over there. You're gonna have a parrot set up a barricade in front of a palace? I feel like you're gonna need a little more manpower than that. What do you think? Well, I just told you. There, right outside the Palais Royal. Of course, it's the perfect place for a defensive garrison. I beg to differ. It's like setting up a hot dog stand in front of the palace. Might get some attention, make a couple of bucks, but I don't think you're going to overthrow government. We can gather furniture from nearby buildings, build a wall. Yeah, we've We all know that goes well. And position rifles to fend off police. When the time is right, will serve as the ideal location to launch our assault on the palace. We're going to go in there, we're going to rake the palace. So you weren't just throwing empty words in the tavern. You actually do intend on dragging the king out of the palace through violence. Everything about this plan seems wrong. Of course, he would never advocate on his own volition. Yeah, I'm not on board anymore. Nobody told me this involved shitty ideas. This is not if we want to see bloodshed, Falcon. It's necessary, it's inevitable. I mean, we have to be realistic. That's why we have this crazy-ass plan that makes no sense. There is no way to bring change to a country without using violence, is there? Have you heard of a thing called the internet? There are ways. We'll just bribe them. Let's make a really big cake. I think there are ways. We'll develop a really sophisticated comedy routine that wins the hearts and the minds of the people. And then we'll all get along. People look back on the violent moments of history, the executions, the wars, the bloody revolutions. But who's to say that a country could not be overturned just through the chance of the people? Pacifist revolution, interesting. I would love for such a thing to be possible. Not. Maybe. It'd be better to avoid building the barricades. It's already kind of a far-fetched idea in the first place. See, if I just tell you how much work all of this is, you'll back off. I've got a strategy here. Do we really want to be shot at? I didn't think so. At least until it's clear that the violence is inevitable. That's good. That's a good compromise. It's a new day. Oh. So we could go to the market. Or whatever this is. Let's go relax. I'm tired of all this violence. Let's go yell at some pigeons in the park. I guess that's what a falcon would want to do anyway. Let me think. So it takes 10 minutes to walk from the palace to the Place de la Concorde, to this very spot. And then the Palace Royal lies 5 minutes north of here. I really think we need more than 5 people, not even people, but animals from various walks of life to overthrow the king. But that's just me. But the crowd would be fairly large and slow. It may take twice, maybe 3 times as long to make the move. Having a logistics problem, madame. Perhaps the plan is to walk the crowd from here through Tuileries, through the Palace Royal. Tuileries. But if we take too long to pass through Tuileries, the police will trap us in. We could be flanked and slaughtered. I like it. It's quite an issue. But there will be so much carrying to feed on afterwards. Snap speak. Yeah, why don't we just avoid it? Let's just not do what you said. Like I said before, worked great the first time. Why not just go around Tuileries? There's a nice wide main road that leads straight to the palace front door. You can avoid the gardens entirely. We know you get hay fever. Marching across gardens makes for a better political statement. But I can't fault your reasoning. Going around would diminish our chances of being stopped and trapped. Oh, in that case, I mean, we should totally walk through here so you guys get trapped and I can run. I'll pass the idea along to Piero and see what they have to say. He's the one in charge of leading the crowds, after all. Great. You're really instilling confidence into me the more we talk about this plan. That bird brain parrot would probably just shoot the idea down. Because I said so. It kind of reminds me of Foghorn Leghorn. Now you see here, now you see, your plan's dumb. Probably, but I appreciate your input. I don't know if you genuinely want to help, or if you're just telling me what I want to hear out of fear, but thank you, Falcon. It's no problem, madame, for the Second Republic, right? Right, for the Second Republic. Now, do you like bondage?